EVO was the shit. So I've tried to put this video together a few times now. Apparently, it takes more than a week to de-escalate everything that was EVO 2019.
I for you, my friends! We're going down to a match point for Israel, make some noise!
This time around compared to last year was a little different because I was media last year, mainly trying to capture the moment instead of trying to catch these hands. And I traveled with friends and I was a competitor this year for Tekken 7. I had a friend, Elliot, that was playing MK11, Nick, who was playing Super Smash, and we had another friend, Jay, that was there just spectating. So we had a well-rounded group that was playing pretty much the variety of games there and was able to experience everything that EVO had to offer. First, I'm going to start off with just what I saw there, and then I'll talk about the pools and then just go throughout all the way to top 8 pretty much. And I did watch some of the reveal, so I'll save that for the end because every time I try to talk about that, I get too excited and I start repeating myself a lot, and I'm trying not to do that in this video, so bear with me. So if you were at EVO, the one thing that you did not miss was an arcade 1-ups Thanos-sized Marvel Superheroes cab. The thing was towering. You can see it on the farthest ends of the EVO Convention Center. It was absolutely huge. The controls were to the size of the actual cab itself. So you had a joystick that was like this big and buttons that were like this big. The best part was trying to see people do like dragon punches, have to use your entire arm. It's going crazy. Arcade 1-up had pretty much all of their line of cabs that were on display. The Street Fighter cab, Mortal Kombat. And then they had this one where it was like a tabletop arcade cab where you actually look down at it and it's a split screen. Say if you're playing Street Fighter, the person that's sitting on this side sees the one player and the player on that side sees the two-player side, and that would be going on into the artist alley. Every person that I've talked to that's been there multiple times, or even the streams like James Chan and Ultra David and those guys were saying even the artist alley is getting bigger and bigger, and they're getting a lot more talent. And there was two of them in particular that grabbed my attention. One you can see right here is a Tekken poster. It's actual arcade cabinet with Jin. And there's another one behind me, or behind the camera. It's actually Falco wearing Kaneda's jacket from Akira. Another thing that I saw was a large range of custom arcade sticks, and I saw one at the Control Freaks booth, and they had a Kombat Dragon EVO inspired one, which the vinyl work on it was really nice. It was like a 3D design where it actually was kind of raised and had a texture to it on the fight stick itself. But I can say for sure when you see customized sticks and stuff, you will be paying that EVO tax. So this Kombat Dragon that I saw was $4.99. But then the boys at Paradise Arcade had a Kombat Dragon for $2.50, and that's sitting behind the camera right now. The stereotype for, I guess you can say, us video game peoples is you guys don't do anything but play games. All you guys are pretty much lazy. You just sit there on your controllers and just do your things. There is this DJ that was killing it all weekend. Before I knew it, there's this large group that was surrounding the DJ stand, and everybody started breaking it down. You had pop lockers, b-boys, and just a whole trio of dancers that were just there to, you know, celebrate the entire fighting game community, but also show off their individuality. It was just nice to see that stereotype broken into a million pieces right in front of you. So EVO does bring together quite the unique crowd of people. So the first game I want to talk about is Mortal Kombat 11. My boy Elliot ended up entering and found out the low tier life volcano was quite the struggle.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
The next day, Mortal Kombat's top 8 was on Saturday night. It started around 8 o'clock and it didn't end until 12:30-ish to 1 o'clock in the morning. For a minute, I thought I understood why Mortal Kombat was on Saturday instead of Sunday. Mortal Kombat's art style is a little controversial to an extent, so I can understand why they wanted to keep that family-friendly Sunday, but whatever. After watching top 8 and you see 3 out of 5s for each and every single match, and if they're going back to the final round situation for each match, that was like almost 5 hours worth of Mortal Kombat just in the top 8 alone. It was nice to see Tweety back in the top 8. Sonic Fox was doing his Sonic Fox thing, Dragon doing his thing with Centurion. Just the matches were just out of this world, and it was really great to watch and experience MK11 at a competitive level and seeing everybody else enjoy everything that was going on.
Flawless one. Oh, that's open no more. It doesn't have me out of the line. Oh, wake up! And he does it! It's gonna be Sonic Fox, the short EVO 2019 World Champion.
Maybe I'll be getting back on MK11 because I heard they buffed my rating, and I'll wait until then. Next game was Super Smash. My boy Nick ended up jumping on there, and he had the Joy-Cons. At first, everybody kind of took it as a joke. He did make sure that the pressure was felt, at least in the lower side of the bracket. He made it known that the Joy-Cons were here to stay, though he did decide that maybe a Pro Controller would be more convenient. He had a good time. Now, we tried to watch the top 8 for Super Smash at Grand Finals. We watched one match, and I just could not get hooked. I watched Melee last year, and that was totally awesome, but I just don't think it's my type of game. And now, finally, in Tekken 7. Now, my bracket had an interesting story. Last year, I casually was looking for a setup to play, and as I'm walking to this setup, sat down to the guy that I was originally gonna play, and he's like, hey man, my friend's in pool, I gotta go. I look over to my right, hey, do you wanna play, man? Like, I just wanna get a set in or something. He goes, yeah, sure. And he basically picked me up, dragged me on the floor until I was dust, until I disintegrated. That person I ended up playing was Sukin. Fast forward a year later, the guy that's seated in my bracket is the guy that I played casually last year. I ended up going 5-2. He did see my first match, however, and did compliment my play. Did get a lot better since the last time, so master meets scrub kind of thing. I did have a fun time. It's my best showing at EVO because it was my first showing, and I plan on doing better next year and seeing how far I can go with it. So we could talk about the hype that was Grand Finals Tekken 7 on Sunday. Whew. First, let me go into the lore before even getting into the top 8. So, winner's side, Arslan Ash came out of nowhere from the pocket that is the Middle East that has all this unknown talent which are all super good. He comes into EVO Japan and wins. Fast forward to now, WSLE, the exhibition before EVO goes on, Jimmy J Tran beats him. Jimmy J Tran gets eliminated by Majin at EVO, which was a top 3 finisher last year, but Majin gets eliminated from the run back from the same Yamasa boy that he had to get into top 8 from last year. You can't make this shit up. So Arslan Ash's spot looked pretty secure. Super happy for him. I heard about his get back home. He got covered in the flag, and just everybody's really proud of him. He had the moment where he, put his head down on the EVO stage. It was getting a little emotional there for a second. And of course, we can't forget Anakin repping the USA, trying to go for gold. You got top 3. You had the 2015 EVO champ versus the 2018 EVO champ. It was just a great top 8, man. Tekken has the weirdest story of most of the fighting games. As it's getting older, it's getting a lot more attention, a lot more newer players. For example, while I was watching pools, and they were just there to play and just get that full Tekken 7 experience. Tekken is growing in a way that's just bringing people into the community and just having a great time with everybody else who enjoys this game so much. I'm enjoying it more. I hope to play it and get a little bit more, I wouldn't say serious, but get better so I could have a better showing next year. EVO, why did you think it was fine to do that with Solid Snake and Harada? Because at first we heard the phone noise from Metal Gear Solid, and everybody was like, damn, somebody's phone is hella close to their microphone, and then Solid Snake pops up on the screen with Harada with the typical comms message and says, this is some good ass Tekken. That arena erupted. I cannot explain anymore. There was no announcement that would erupt more than that. Now you have these people that are just like, oh man, Solid Snake's coming to the game. They figure out it's not, then they didn't consolidate Konami or the voice actor or Bandai Namco. So it was just a really weird stunt they pulled. It was funny, but I wish they would have just put like a disclaimer or something. And then Guilty Gear. Now I don't know Daisuke. I don't really play Guilty Gear. That trailer alone has made me download Guilty Gear Xrd to be prepared for when that release. The game looks amazing. The 3D graphics transition to the stages, the stage transition to the animations, it was such a perfect trailer, and it was just like a little drop. Even though Daisuke-san was pretty disappointed just because he was like, man, there's more to it, but it got everybody hyped enough to be excited for what was to come. And Tekken 7's announcement was pretty much perfect. They gave us Season 3, 2 characters, a character stage, or character design stage, which I have a feeling there's going to be a character that's related to the stage, new mechanics for each character, which was exactly what I was looking for. Just give us something we could revamp, maybe possibly another Tekken World Tour for next year. Hopefully that's the way things go. But the character that was revealed was Safina. Now, the way I think of Safina with her weird kind of like walk style and just her moveset in general kind of reminds me of Boldo from Soul Calibur. If he didn't have these, like, you know, the little weapons, that's how I feel about Safina. She's this really unique, odd character, but compared to Vodo, I don't think a lot of people played her in general. So I do appreciate Namco going for the minority and just being like, we should just probably put this character in the game. She's a legacy character from Tekken 6. Put that story about defeating the Ascar, I forgot his name, and now she has his power as the Claw. The second character they revealed was Leroy Smith, and boy is his character model awesome. Not only does it change up the demographic that Tekken 7's been releasing lately with the more bubbly kind of characters, he has a more serious kind of tone. His character model is just really cool. I hope he plays really well. I'm really gonna give him a try because I want Eliza in another character now to have somebody to fall back on when things don't go right with her. I'm really excited for him, and I hope he plays really well. And then after Grand Finals, that's pretty much it for the weekend. We had one of those Vegas nights out, very painful Monday morning. All in all though, we all enjoyed EVO. Gonna be going back next year, maybe buy some floaties so I can get out of pools. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. As I said before, I try to do this video a few times now, and I just get too excited, lose my train of thought, which I'm almost starting to do now. Go to EVO, give it a shot. Even if you want to compete, even if you're a scrub, just go. Or you can go in pools, drown, and be a scrub like me. Thank you guys for joining me again. Peace out. Until next time.